back with more Fear the Walking Dead, and this is the mid-season finale of Season 4. Very excited and nervous to see how this is going to go down, because obviously this season's been very, very different, and they've really switched things up, having like 2 different timelines, and we've lost my favourite character this season, and obviously we had Morgan come over from The Walking Dead. We've been introduced to like John Dory and Naomi and Althea, and the Vultures, so lots of new stuff, which has kind of been to a detriment of some characters, I feel like, and particularly Luciana. I don't feel like we've really seen her this season, even though she's been present in a lot of the episodes. But I'm still really enjoying this new direction, and I'm liking what they're doing with it. And I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen in this episode, because obviously it's the mid-season finale, something big's going to go down, I'm sure. I think we're going to find out everything that's going to happen at the stadium and what happened there. Nervous for Madison, because she's not shown up in the present-day timeline. But I'm feeling like if she's alive, she might show up in the present-day timeline in this episode. If not, I think she might be dead, which would suck, because, I mean, she's not my favourite, but this is the most I've ever liked Madison in Season 4. But I feel like if anyone would go right now, it would be Madison, because she's just the only character not in the present day. And obviously John Dory's still not in a great way, so if he dies I'd be really pissed off, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Excited to see how they're going to wrap up the first half of the season. Let's get into it.
Fine.
Oh, fuck. Oh. These two have met. Oh, now I feel like Madison could turn up in present day.
That wasn't an accident. Did everything no matter what happened.
Maybe this isn't the time.
One day someone's going to want to know what happened here. Someone's going to care why this went down the way it did. These aren't the keys.
Really though?
I know. Sorry.
Is she gonna like give her story, and then
and this truck's going to make finding them out.
they're all gonna find it in present day?
You're looking for something?
Yeah, I kind of get the impression Althea tries to be badass, but kind of isn't. Like, take away her van, she'd have fuck all. Still quite like her though. But I think her whole philosophy of having to film everything is kind of grating. Aww. It would be a very Walking Dead universe thing to do, to kill off Naomi now.
We're all right, but you need to hurry. They're here.
Oh shit.
They found us.
Oh boy. It's gonna go down.
I remember me.
How the turntables.
John?
Oh fuck. Oh shit. I swear. I swear. She gets back and he's dead and he's like recording a message.
Hey, when this is all over, stop running from people. Alright. And Morgan, you help him do the same.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
What was that?
Oh, Jesus. Oh god, who do I root for? Spent like 3 seasons on like Alicia's side and everything, but we have Morgan.
Kids.
That's the word that hits the heart. I almost don't want her to be alive in present day, because if she found out Nick's dead, she'd be...
I don't have the story you're looking for. But someone might be interested in yours one day.
Oh god, they will. It's gonna destroy me, I know it.
She killed my brother. I'll do it. Pick it up.
She did. I'm not angry if this happens. As bad as that is.
permission. No one has to die here.
Ah,
Yeah. She does.
letting them know. Clever.
I was looking for a place where my kids wouldn't have to do what I did to you today.
Oh,
Did you find it? Well, what did you do with them?
oh God.
For an interview.
Oh, I'm just gonna find Madison's tape.
My daughter just decided that bird was going to live. Every morning I got up just dreading what I was going to find.
Oh,
And then one day as I walked down the hallway, I heard
she really loves her kids. Fuck.
my mom's dead. Because of what you did.
She is dead. Oh,
Man, you've been doing this for a long time. And somebody told me that I would end up with people again, but I didn't believe him. I didn't want to believe him.
oh,
So I ran.
oh, Rick.
I'm not dead. Oh, yeah, John. Here.
Oh, she's trying to keep the part of her life for Madison. Oh, she's actually dead. Fuck.
Maybe we meet again. No tripwires.
But you never do. Oh my God, she's like the face of the show. This is mad that she's dead. Unless she's not. Unless they just think she's dead. They're never gonna do this again.
Someone helped me when she didn't have to. I think it's time for us to do the same.
Oh. Unfortunately, it all gets fucked up.
You mind telling me what happened to her?
Oh,
You want the rest of my mom's story?
that's just the story, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I don't think I want to hear it. I always just go back to that scene in season 1 when they were playing Monopoly. I don't know why that sticks in my head so clearly.
Now you know.
June.
June? Oh my God, how many names does this woman have?
Well, that's my favorite month.
I've just written down a note with Naomi on it. June. Cool shot.
He found me in the parking lot. They were closing in on me. He saved me.
Another reason to hate Mel.
All the people she brought in, they were gonna die.
They all died. Fuck.
I didn't think there was anywhere else to go.
You did what you thought you had to do.
None of us could get out of the
At least
parking
Strand understands her for doing that. Oh my God, she's let them all in. Oh, sweetheart.
She tried to go through the
She's
tunnel.
lost her whole family.
And doubled back to the gate.
Oh, look at Strand. Oh, man. And into the light.
It was never about the stadium.
It was about the people.
Yeah.
It was about us. That's why my mom gave up her life. So I could live.
Oh, fuck. Nick died anyway. If Alicia ever dies, then that whole thing's fucked. Oh. Okay, that was a great mid-season finale. I really, really liked it. Really cool way of wrapping up the first half of the season, I think. Reflecting on a lot of the characters' journey so far. And maybe even wrapping up the flashbacks. I don't know if they're going to continue those, maybe start a new flashback story in the second half or not, but I feel like that was the kind of complete picture, unless they kind of carry it on and show like Nick, Alicia and Strand on their own just before they met Morgan and John Dory. Maybe they'll do that. But I don't know. I'll wait and see what they do in the second half of the season. Man. Okay. I really liked the kind of twist, if you will, that Althea had met Madison before, and that Madison had filmed like part of her story for her. I thought it was really cool and really emotional and impactful, and like Alicia found it and everything, and that whole story that she told on that recording about wanting to keep that part of Nick and Alicia alive that she loved so much. That was beautiful, and I loved that, and I love that that was kind of the reason Alicia ultimately didn't kill June, because her name's June, apparently, unless that's a lie too. And the fact that, yeah, she wanted to keep that alive, I think, really beautiful, and that's why, yeah, Alicia didn't kill June, because it's not what her mum would have wanted for her. She wouldn't want Alicia to kill that part of herself that her mum loved so much. So yeah, I really liked that whole kind of backstory of those two meeting and how that came into play in this episode and kind of stopped the kind of battle that was going on between his two sides and kind of united them, which is what I was hoping would happen at some point. So while, you know, the two sides of the battle was interesting because there's people I really like on both sides, it was cool seeing them kind of unite at the end through Madison's story. So even when she's gone, she's uniting people and bringing them together, which is what she wanted the stadium to be. So it's kind of cool that even in death she's still bringing people together. I think that's kind of beautiful. And the whole kind of thing, you know, them all living on in Madison's name and Madison's legacy. I think she went out in a really beautiful way if she had to go. But I think if Alicia ever died now, that would have really tarnished that and ruin Madison's death. That would take so much away from it. So I hope Alicia never dies over the course of the show. I hope she makes it to the end. Or if she leaves, they do like a Rick Grimes and like fly her away in a helicopter or something. I don't know. But yeah, let's hope they don't tarnish that kind of beautiful send off that she got by killing Alicia. No more, you know, Clarks need to die. Okay, just leave them be. There's only you got like one left. Just stop it. But yeah, I liked all that. I liked the brief interactions we got with John and June. I'm sure that'll be something that's explored a lot more in the second half of the season now they're together again. But it's kind of cool seeing them kind of be reunited, and it seems John is going to be okay, so that's cool. And I really liked that there seemed to be a parallel between John and Madison in their kind of thought processes, which I really, really liked. When John Dory was making that message for June in Althea's camera, she was kind of saying, you know, to live on and stuff like that, and find somewhere where you don't need to be afraid of people and stuff like that. That's just what Madison wanted for her kids. That was her thought process too, and I really liked the parallels with those two characters. So it's nice that we still have someone in this group of people that we're following who thinks like that and has that deep love for someone who would want that for them. So that was really cool. And I liked them toying with the idea, even though you're not that person you used to be, and how loads of people have changed, even just in this season. But yeah, Madison said it the best, I think, in not wanting that part of Nick and Alicia to die, and that's why she was kind of fighting for them to find a place, so that they never had to do what she did to Althea in that episode. So that kind of toying, it's a really good way of kind of exploring character development by just talking about the people you used to be and who, you know, how much you've changed. And Alicia's lost, like, everyone and everything. So I'll be interested in seeing how that kind of really affects her going forward. It's probably good that they actually got it out there and spoke about what happened to Madison. Hopefully that will help with like the grieving and the healing and stuff. So imagine she is dead. I feel like that was such... I mean, I don't know if I agree with the decision for Madison to die, especially because we lost Nick like 5 episodes ago. Suppose if they still do flashbacks, she could still show up, I suppose. Oh no, because she'd be dead. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with it. I think the show can survive. I mean, if The Walking Dead can go on without Rick Grimes, I feel like Fear the Walking Dead can carry on without Madison, even though she was kind of the face of the show, I think, up to this point. Maybe that'll be Alicia now. But, you know, Madison was never my favourite character. But this season was the most I've ever liked her. So it is kind of... I am really sad to see her go. And I'm sad that the Strand family have been, like, completely... Not the Strand family, the Clark family have been, like, completely torn apart. I also like how... We briefly touched on Morgan's journey so far when he kind of, you know, indirectly mentioned Rick, saying that, you know, he's travelled the country to kind of prove Rick wrong, that he wasn't going to end up with people again and he needed to be on his own, but he's ultimately found a new group of people. So that was cool, him kind of talking about his journey so far this season. I do feel like, though, they still have yet to justify why Morgan's on this show. Because in the grand scheme of things, what has he added? I don't want to sound horrible, because I really like Morgan as a character. And I thought, oh, bringing him into this show, it'll give them loads of room to, like, explore him a bit more. But they haven't really done that. You know, I don't think we've had, like, oh, this is a Morgan episode. I don't think we've really had that. Maybe, like, the premiere. But even then, I don't know. It's a strange one. I felt like they started to justify bringing him into the show. Because if you took him out, you'd still have, like, everything with the Clarks and the stadium. Because that whole storyline is not affected by Morgan's inclusion at all. Then you could still have, like, John Dory and everything. You could just have another new character that met John Dory, or John Dory could just be, like, the Morgan that you follow. So I don't feel like narrative-wise he's added loads yet. So I feel like it's starting to justify why he's, you know, why he's come to this show. I mean, I'm happy he's here because I like the character, but I still feel like he hasn't got a place yet. And then Madison. I mean, like I said, I think the way she went out is beautiful. Not sure if I agree with killing her. Maybe... I always kind of imagined her dying at some point. But not this early. Especially not when you just lose Nick. To lose Nick and Madison in one half season, I think that's a bit extreme. I'm not sure I agree with that. Because those are two, like, major characters who've been with it from the start. And in, like, the space of, like, 5 episodes, we lost both of them. That's crazy. But I think it was a beautiful kind of send-off for, like, her... I think more in this... Well, it's always been a thing with Madison. She has loved her kids with so much fire and so much passion. That has been a defining thing for her. Right from day one. That's always been her thing. Her love for her kids. Everything she's done, every little decision she's made has been for Nick and for Alicia. And the fact that she went out to guarantee, you know, there could have been a chance they'd be fine if she'd still, like, left and made it out of the stadium. But because she loves her kids that much, she didn't take that chance. She's like, if I die, guaranteeing that at least for now Nick and Alicia will be safe, I'm going to do it. And I think that's such a beautiful way for her to go. Very sad. I love that last shot of her when she, like, disappeared into the light. I thought that was really lovely. But she died for the love of her kids, and I think that's a really beautiful way to go. But yeah, hopefully they won't just kill Alicia off now and kind of ruin the whole thing. But yeah, I am sad to see Madison go because I've really liked her this season. It was getting to a point, like, when she wasn't showing up in the present day timeline, I was like, okay, it's not looking good for her. But yeah, interesting. Really sad. Because she has been with it since the start. Yeah, it kind of sucks. But it'll be interesting to see where all these characters go now in the future. Because I feel like they've wrapped up everything, storyline-wise, with like a neat bow in this first half, like the vultures and everything. So I'm excited to see where they go with the second half of the season. I feel like Charlie's going to be a problem. Hopefully she'll get eaten. That sounds horrible to say about a kid, but you know. Hopefully Luciana gets something to do, because she's had nothing to do. I hope they justify, you know, Morgan coming over to the show. I'm sure John, Dory and June. John and June. Aw, that's wholesome. What a wholesome name. That does sound like an afternoon, like a daytime TV show that you'd watch at like 3 PM or something. John and June. June and John. So I'm sure there'll be kind of like a story with them. But yeah, I don't know what like the overall threat could be for the second half of the season. Should be interesting. But yeah, overall, really, really good episode. Great season finale, or mid-season finale. Wrapped a lot of things up really nicely. Very, very sad about Madison. But I do think it was a beautiful way to go out. But you know, I'm not like completely torn up. Because obviously she's never been my favourite character. And I've had my ups and downs with Madison. But I really liked her this season, so I am like really gutted to see her go. So I think Kim Dickens has done a really good job, so that's really sad. So it's like, when we found out it was going to be like a crossover this season and Morgan showed up, I was like, oh, I can't wait for him to like meet Madison. So it's going to be like, oh, well, the lead of Fear is going to meet like a character from Walking Dead, that's going to be exciting, but they never met, did they? So that's kind of strange. But yeah, all in all, really great mid-season finale. Really sad, but it tied a lot of things together really well. I think it had a beautiful message like Madison and her love for her kids and stuff like that. And I am very excited to see what they're going to do with the second half of the season, because I feel like lots of stuff's been wrapped up, so I'm excited to find out where the story's going to go. But yeah, halfway through season 4, I'm really liking what they're doing with it so far, and they've changed it up a lot. And obviously I'm never going to be over Nick dying at all. But I'm excited to see what they do next. So yeah, until my next reaction, because I don't have to wait for like 3 months between like the mid-seasons, I can just carry straight on. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching.